Are you tired of your dull, ugly background? I'm going to show you how to work green screens. What's up guys? TJ here with another video. If you like these types of videos, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Also hit that bell icon so you can get notifications whenever I release new videos. So if you've noticed in some of my older videos, I had a luxurious background. I had some kind of background, you know, I may have been on the beach. I may have been sitting in front of like this opulent like living room. Not saying I don't have an opulent living room, but I have switched to a different background because I'm trying to make all of my videos kind of cohesive, and with the green screen I was being a little bit too creative. But I do enjoy using the green screen from time to time, like when you add yourself into another shot, or if you want to, you know, just create a different environment than what you have. So I'm going to be showing you how to do a DIY, do-it-yourself green screen, set it up. I'm going to also show you my green screen that I have, which I purchased on Amazon, and I'll put a link to it in the description section below. And it was super cheap, it was easy to set up. And I'm going to also show you, once you get your green screen footage, how to edit it on Adobe Premiere Pro. So let's get right into it, guys. All right, so when we talk about doing a DIY green screen background, it's so easy. All you have to do is go to your local Walmart and get this green, it's just green fabric. It's just bright green fabric. I think I got this, maybe it was five yards. I think I paid, you know, I don't know how much I paid for it. It was probably no more than $4 or $5. I mean, it was cheap. It was like $1 and something. It was actually on sale. It was like $1 and something a yard. So I got 5 yards of it. And it's just a green fabric. So what I would do with this, and if you have a wall, or if you have like junk or crap like I normally do behind here, you just put your green screen up, you drape it up, and you can pin it to the wall. Once you pin it to the wall, then you're gonna have the green screen behind you. Now, I am gonna give you some tips, especially if you're working with a green screen and you don't have really good lighting. So right now I'm just using a ring light. I don't have any extra lights in this shot, but if I shoot with the green screen, normally I would set it up. I will have my two softbox lighting, like right here on this side and right here on this side, and they'll be out of frame. So if my hands were the lights, they would be right here, out of frame. And I will have them shining directly on the green screen behind me. The reason I say that is because, I'm gonna try to demonstrate this if I can. If you look at this green screen right now, you know, it looks okay, but it has shadows on it. Now look at how this looks. You see how even the lighting was on that green screen? That's going to be far easier to have that just flat light on your green screen versus having shadows in your green screen, because it's going to be hell trying to get them out of. Alright, so I'm going to take you over to my other studio slash gym slash junk room, and I'm going to show you my green screen that I have set up that I purchased from Amazon. Alright, so this is the green screen that I have. As you can see, there's a janky water heater back there behind behind it. And there are some other things behind it, like my whole Fulfillment by Amazon store. Let's look at this. Boom. Those are my storage boxes for some of my stuff. But all it is basically, there's a frame that goes over and down. Then you have the green screen. And I always drape it down past the floor, that way you don't have a seam. So if you were inside of so if you were standing against it, you could be standing on the floor and then have a wall behind you. Also, these are the lights I was talking about. These are Limo Studio lights. I think they're 700 watt. They have 700 watt bulbs. They're super bright. They do have a diffuse cloth that I don't normally put on them, but they do come with the diffuse cloth. I will put a link to those in the description section below also. But anyway, the way that I set these up is I'll have them directly on, go back. I have them directly on the green screen, just like that. And I'm gonna turn it on and show you what it looks like. All right, so I have plugged in the light. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Boom, there it is. So as you can see, it's lighting up half of the green screen. I normally have 2 of these lights. They come in a pack of 2, and it lights up the whole green screen. Now, it don't seem like it's a lot of light, but just that little bit of light on the green screen is going to do a world of difference with your footage. You don't have to work with it as much. Even though, now one thing about this green screen, I'm not even gonna lie, the wrinkles. Sometimes the wrinkles can be a little bit much, and I don't think you can iron this because it's cloth, but I think it's some kind of polyester. You can't iron it. So what I would do is I would steam this out if you were having issues with wrinkles. Now I've had this up for probably 2 months, and the wrinkles still kind of hadn't come out, but they're not an issue whenever I'm doing my editing, so I haven't really worried about it. But I'm sure I could probably stretch this out and get some of those wrinkles out, and they won't pose a problem. So if I was shooting with this on this green screen today, which I'm not, I wouldn't do this. You see how I'm using the lights that I have that's supposed to be for my green screen? You see how it's casting shadows on my face? You don't want that. So what you want to do is you want to have a separate light source. That's why I always recommend having 3 points of lighting when you're doing a video. So I would have 2 on the side lighting my green screen, and then I would have 1 facing my face. So I'm going to show you what that's going to look like when I step out of that, and I will have just whatever light casting on my face, and then my green screen will be lit separately. All right, so once you get your footage with the green screen, you're going to have to work with it on either Adobe Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro, whatever you have. You're going to have to key your footage to take the green screen out of the picture. Now, you don't necessarily have to have a green screen, but you can use a bright color. You can use yellow, or the only reason that they recommend green screen is because green is not necessarily a common color in a lot of things. Now, my favorite hat, of course, my favorite hat is green. So I can't wear this hat whenever I'm shooting on the green screen because all this right here will be gone. I also have another hat that I like to wear, and it has teal in it, and you know, it doesn't necessarily take it out, but it doesn't show as teal once I key out the green screen. So we're going to jump over to Premiere Pro, and I'm going to show you how to key your green screen out, and I'm going to show you how to work with your green screen footage. Alright, so I have imported some clips that I shot with the green screen, and so here they go. Alright, so as you can see right here, in this part right here, you can see that I have lit my face evenly. Of course, I have a ring light because you can tell by my eyeballs that I have a ring light right now. But the reason I use the ring light is because it does evenly light your whole face and body well. All right, so the back of it, you can see that my back screen is lit almost like it has a light behind it, but that's just achieved with my 2 softbox lights. And okay, so right here you can see on this clip, you see how bright that is behind me, and then right here is not as bright. I didn't have my lights as great as I needed to have them, so this clip is going to be a little bit harder to work with, and I'll show you that. That's why I put this one on here. So as you can see right here, my lighting is not great. It's kind of darker on this side than it is on that side, so it's definitely going to affect my chrome key, or whatever it's called. All right, so this one right here, I do have good lighting on my face as well as on the back, separate lighting. So this one's going to be easier to work with. So let me show you exactly how to do it. So you have your footage right here. You're going to, this is of course in the Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2018. You're going to go to Effects, and you're going to type in Ultra key, and you're going to drag and drop that on your clip. Now, what that's going to do when you click on Effects Controls is it's going to give you this Ultra key thing to work with. So talking a little bit about it, you do have your drawing tools. This is going to be your key color. This is going to be actually the color that you want to take out. You have matte generation. So this right here is going to help you take more of the background color and put more color into the actual subject that you're trying to keep. Also, the matte cleanup is going to do the same thing. That's going to be more about the edges of yourself. And spill suppression is okay. So when you're shooting with the green screen, you're going to have, even though the green screen is behind you, you're still going to have a little bit reflectivity of the green on your face. So that's going to try to take some of that reflectivity off of the side of your face, and you'll see that in a little bit. So this is color correction. So once you go through and you start kind of taking things out, you can lose color in the subject that you're trying to record, and it's going to try to put some of the color back into your subject. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to get your little dropper tool here, and you're going to get on the most prevalent color of your Chrome key. So I'm gonna say it's about right here. So automatically that took out the majority of the background, and it's going to do that for the whole thing here. And as you can see, once my light actually focuses, you can see it's a little bit better actually. But as you can see right here on the temples of my head, you can see a little bit of that green shine that I was talking about. So now I'm going to tell you right now, this is not like a science. When you go over here and you start editing, changing these values right here, yours is going to be different than mine. It depends on your lighting. It depends on your footage. It depends on a lot of different things. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to play with these numbers just to get all of the background out, but keep the cleanest image of the subject that you're trying to get to. So the first thing that I do is I click on this output and I change it to alpha channel. So what this is going to do is you're going to want to get this entire part back here to be completely black, and you want this part right here to be completely white. So let's go ahead and try to do that. So, and you don't want to go too far. What you want to do is you want to take it right up to where it's fading, and then, you know, kick it back just a notch. So as you can see, you can still see like a little bit of this Las Vegas. Now this is my teal hat that I was talking about earlier. So you want to go right to just disappear, and that's going to be good for that. All right, so this may not be doing too much. As you can see, it's changing a little bit right here on the side, but any little bit helps. Just take it right to where it stops, and this is going to take out a little more of it. As you can see, that's taking a lot of it out, and right now it's good because it's all completely black here, and you have a complete definite outline of myself. So what I'll do now is I'll switch it back to composite, and I'll make sure that I have a good image. And I do. I have a pretty good image here. There's a little bit of shadowing here, and you can take that out by going to just messing with the numbers again to take some of that out. There you go. See, now it's completely gone. But now what we have here is kind of an ugly outline. So our next part, the matte cleanup, is going to take care of some of that. So you can raise your choke, and that's going to pull the sides of your image in just a little bit, just to kind of take some of the edge off of it. So you don't want to malform yourself. So take it right till the limit. Let's see, about right there. Let's see, we can go a little further. All right, so as you can see, my ears kind of messed up a little bit right there. So we want to make sure that we do get that back. All right, and so what this is, so right now you have a very hard edge. You know, it's the subject, and then boom, it goes straight to the background. So you want to soften that edge a little bit. And what that'll do is it'll feather the edge to make it a little more natural looking. And you can see once I get back in focus, that actually looks pretty good. You still can see a little bit of green on my temples, so we hadn't got down there to that yet. So right now, actually, with that, I would increase the contrast to about 20, and the midpoint, I probably would leave that somewhere around 25 if I can get it. Okay. So right now everything looks pretty good. Now we're just going to try to get rid of these green things here. So what you want to do with your desaturate is you want to go all the way to your subject is black and white. All right. And then you're going to take it back until your color comes back in. Right there. Okay. So as you can see, that took quite a bit of that green out. You can increase your range. Now what the range is going to do is the opposite. It's going to take the opposite of green, which is going to be this magenta color. So that's all the way magenta. you don't want to be like an alien. So you want to add a little bit of this in, just enough to take that green out. So as you can see right now, the green is like completely gone. And actually, you don't have to mess with any of the rest of this, because I think that right there is a pretty good image. Now, if you had consistent footage, and so say for instance, all these clips were lit exactly the same, what you could do is you could click on your clip, right click on it, go to copy, and click on your second clip and push paste attributes and make sure the Ultra key is on and click OK, and it will actually apply all of that to this clip. But like I said, in this clip is lit way differently, so it's not going to be exactly the same. Now it's not that bad. Now the lighting in this video was kind of terrible, so let's see if we can clean this up. So we can go right now. The line actually looks pretty good. Like to check that, you can go to alpha channel and you can see what it is. So let's see if we can clean it up just a little bit. We may not be able to. And see, that's what I said about the lighting. The lighting is really important, because if you can't take the background out, you're going to always see those lines. So that actually took it out pretty good. And we can go down here to our choke and we can kind of get our line in. We can soften those lines up a bit. And that's good. Looks like I need to fix my saturation a little bit. The range is a little too purple or magenta. Let's take that back. All right. So good. So this clip right here now doesn't look that bad. Okay. So we're going to go over here to this next clip. Now this lighting and this lighting was actually about the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and paste it on this clip. Ultra key is checked. Okay, boom. So this clip actually looks pretty good. Now that you have that, what we're going to do is we're going to move our clip up. So I always move it up to whatever the top is. And we're going to put in our background, whatever background that you want to use. So depending on what you're doing, if you want to have, a feel of, being at home and things like that, you can just type in whatever color. I normally do a white living room, something like that. Go to images, find you a white living room that you like, or whatever it is that you want. So this one is okay. View image, we'll save it to wherever that's going to go. We'll go over here to Premiere Pro and add it back in. I actually might not be able to find that one. There we go. It's not the same one, but it's the same difference. All right, let's go to this first clip. All right, so as you can see, the clip in the background is tiny. So we're going to have to click on it and we're going to have to scale it up. And then you can reposition it if you need to get it exactly kind of where you want to. So I'm gonna give you a tip here. When you're looking at those reality shows and it looks like they're in the background, this is all they're doing is putting this background in the back. All right, so to make it a little more realistic, what you're going to do is add some camera blur. So what we'll do is we'll go over here to our effects tabs and we'll do Gaussian blur, Gaussian blur. We'll click and drag that onto our photo. We'll go over here to blurriness, and we'll increase the blurriness on that. And look at this. That looks like you're standing in that living room. And this can also be done with video clips. So let me show you how to do that as well. All right, so if you wanted to have yourself in the background with the cool like moving background, or some video footage, or a time lapse, or a tropical paradise, you can do that as well. You can do the same thing with the Gaussian blur. You can just drag and drop that on your clip, click on it, effects control, your blurriness, blur it out a little bit, and it looks like you're standing there. It looks like you're filming at that location. So that's going to be it for working on footage with the background. Now, a lot of people also ask, you know, how you shoot a video and have yourself in the video talking to yourself. It's all done with the green screen. What I would do in that situation, I would shoot whatever I'm going to do on the green screen, and then I would shoot the next scene that I'm going to be talking to myself or interacting with myself. And with that in mind, whatever I did on my green screen, I would have that in mind. And all you would do is the same thing like you would do with this. Let's see, delete that. We'll move this clip down here. And, now we have two of me. I mean, how many of me do we really need? Let's see. We'll scale that. We'll scale him like that. And we'll move him to the side. And we'll move him to the other side. We'll scale him back up. And boom. Now it's two of me in the same screen. Now, of course, that's, kind of stupid looking, but if you planned it out, you could do like how Liza Kashi does her green screen, where she's dancing with herself or moving around. It's just a cool effect that if you really want to take your video editing to the next level. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I didn't mean to be so long. My apologies. If you like these types of videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Like I said earlier, I will have links to the green screen that I purchased from Amazon, and also the softbox lighting that I use to light my green screen. Thanks, guys.